Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Bill with the Viniverse. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I have a video requested by Robert Z. Robert asked to see my Japanese Genesis items. Um, Robert, sorry it's taking so long to get to this, but I wanted to be sure that I got it since you asked. Now I don't have much. I don't have anything near the stuff that you have, but I do have a few, and I only have one. I only have one vinyl release on that's a Japanese pressing, and then I got some mini LP CDs. So the LP or the record that I have is Trespass. This is a 1978 reissue, Japanese reissue. Fortunately, I don't have the Obi. When I bought it, it didn't come with it. I bought it used years ago. This is the insert. It's your standard insert. And then inside is the Japanese writing. Hopefully you can get that. And the label, let's see, you can see under where it says Trespass, there's Japanese writing there. And it's manufactured by Nippon Phonogram. So I guess in Tokyo, I guess Nippon is a Japanese pressing plant, maybe? Not sure. It's on the Charisma label. So yeah, that's all I have on vinyl. But what I do have, you showed some of these, but I do have the same mini LP CDs that you showed. That has the Obi, and the spine where this is coming through the little. Let me take it out of the package so you can see better. Here's the Obi, and this here, when you put them all together, if you have the whole set, it spells Genesis. So I'll insert a picture that shows all the ones that I have, so you can see what it looks like. So the Obi fits here. Now this is an exact reproduction of the original album. These came out in 1999, I believe, from what I looked up. I bought mine direct from Steve Hackett's website when they came out. I don't think they were all released at once, if I'm remembering correctly. I think they were released over time, so as they came out, I bought them. Here's the insert. And there's some literature here that was included. And then also the lyrics and album information for Trespass. And the cool thing about this insert is the Genesis family tree. Always enjoyed looking at that, seeing all the members and where they went and have been throughout the years. So I'm not going to take all of these out of the package because a lot of them are the same. But going on with the series is Nursery Crime. Same with the little symbol here that when you put it together it spells Genesis, the Genesis logo. After Nursery Crime, of course, Foxtrot. Oh, and let me mention, when I bought these from Steve Hackett's website, he signs them. Anything he played on, he signs. So mine are autographed by Steve Hackett, which is really, really awesome. So that's Nursery Crime. Foxtrot, again, signed by Steve Hackett. There's the E part of the Genesis logo. I'll take this one out. Okay. It's the OB. And like I said, these all have those standard items included with the literature inside. Okay, next in the series would be Genesis. Yeah, Genesis Live. Again, signed by Steve Hackett. So Robert, I think I mentioned to you that I had these in boxes packed away. So I'm glad you did your video because it got me to go get these out. I had all my CDs packed away ever since I've been back into vinyl, and mostly for storage reasons. I don't have a lot of space, but since you requested this, I pulled these out. And they're now displayed up on my shelf, and so thank you for giving me the push to do that. I actually hadn't thought about these in quite some time, so it was cool to get these out and look at them again. So here's Selling England by the Pound, again autographed by Steve Hackett. And these are exact reproductions of the originals. I really love these mini LPs. Yeah. Next, my favorite, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Again, autographed by Steve Hackett. There wasn't an extra charge or anything for this. Just when you ordered from his website, he just pretty much signs everything that goes out if you say you want it. So when I ordered these, yeah, I wanted it. So it's tough to see. Okay. Next, Trick of the Tail. Again, autographed by Steve Hackett. Wind and Wuthering, you can hear it played in the background. It's one of my favorite Genesis albums. Again, autographed by Steve Hackett. It's the same OB in the series. I always just loved this cover. I always felt that Genesis especially in the 70s, did a really good job of matching the mood of the album with the art cover. The album artwork matched the mood of the album, or vice versa, I'm not sure. But this is one of my favorite covers. Next, Seconds Out. Again, autographed by Steve Hackett. Now, that was the last album that Steve Hackett was on. There was a EP called Spot the Pigeon. As far as I know, that wasn't part of this 1999 mini LP CD release. So I don't have that if it was. But next in the series is And Then There Were Three, and Steve Hackett was not on this album, so no signature. And I do not have the Obi for this one. And there's going to be a handful more that I don't have the Obi for, and I don't recall why I don't have them. I don't, if I discarded it or didn't get shipped with it. I don't remember. But for whatever reason, I don't have the Obi for this one. But again, faithful reproduction. Charisma label. And the same same inserts. Okay. So next in line is Duke. And again, no signature from Steve Hackett since he didn't play on it. Thankfully, I do have the Obi for this one. Now, Duke is probably my favorite album of the three-man lineup of Genesis. Just love this album to death. This was really my introduction to Genesis. I remember seeing a spot on like one of those Entertainment Tonight shows, or it might have been Entertainment Tonight, but they were promoting this album and they showed a clip of Misunderstanding, the video of that. And that was really my first introduction to Genesis, and I loved it when I saw that spot. And ever since then, I've kind of been obsessed with Genesis. Next, Abacab. And again, unfortunately, no Obi strip. Wish I remembered why, if it wasn't shipped with it, or if for some strange reason I got rid of them. I just don't remember. Next, Three Sides Live with the Obi and with the autograph of Steve Hackett. Reason being, this is the UK version, where the fourth side is includes live versions of some older songs from 76 and 77 and 78, I believe. So Steve Hackett does play on this on the fourth side. That's the reason why he signed it. So, very happy to have the Obi strip with this one. And I think that's the last one that I have that has the Obi strip. The remaining is Genesis. Still very cool to have the mini LP Japanese version. Wish I had the Obi strip, but I don't have any recollection of why I don't. Okay, so next in line is Invisible Touch. And like I said, it's a true faithful reproduction. Like, this is embossed. It's got texture to it. So these are really, really cool. We Can't Dance. I wish I remembered how these released. I think it started in '99, and then over time, maybe over a period of a year or 2 years, they got them all released. It's just so long ago, I don't remember. And then finally, Calling All Stations. This was after Phil Collins left, and Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford recruited Ray Wilson from the band It's funny, whenever you see people rank Genesis albums, they usually put this last, or their first album from Genesis to Revelation. This does have some good moments on it, though. I don't listen to it all that frequently, but there's some pretty good moments, some good music on this. I should also mention that, from my knowledge, these reissues started at Trespass. I don't think they included From Genesis to Revelation. Again, if they did, it's not something that I have. So here's a picture of what the CDs look like when they're all put together with the Genesis logo. So that's the Genesis catalog, but I also have some other items here that I'll show, starting with GTR. This is a band that Steve Hackett was in the early to mid 80s. He partnered with Steve Howe of Yes. So again, Steve Hackett signed it. We got the Obi strip. This album really suffers from 80s production. Doesn't really stand the test of time, but they had a hit with When the Heart Rules the Mind, and then a minor hit with The Hunter. But they're a pretty good band. They started working on a second album, but it never got finished, and the band broke up. But again, this was ordered off of the Steve Hackett website back around that same time, 99, 2000, somewhere around there. And it's a Japan release that's got the Obi strip. And then I have two more, and they're Steve Hackett's first two solo albums, both autographed. So the first is Voyage of the Acolyte, signed. If you're not familiar with this album, it's a great record. Phil Collins and Mike Rutherford both do play on it, so it's almost Genesis. There's no Tony Banks. But again, this was ordered off of the Steve Hackett website. So it's Japan mini LP CD, and it has the Obi strip here. Same with his second album, solo album, Please Don't Touch. Again, autographed. Obi strip. So that's everything I have. That's a Japan pressing. Again, like I said, it's nothing nothing like your collection, Robert. But you know, I'm proud to have these, and thanks for prompting me to get these out and put in a place of honor on my shelf. So that's it. This video took a little longer than I had wanted, but Robert, loved your new room, how you reorganized it and painted. Thought you did a great job. It sounds like it was a lot of work, but it'll pay off now that you can just sit back and relax in your chair and listen to music and enjoy the work that you put into it. So great job with that, and thanks for sharing it with everyone. So I hope you enjoyed my Japanese Genesis items that I have. Down the road, hopefully I'll add more as I am getting more and more into collecting. So hope you like this, Robert. Thanks everyone. Thanks for subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. So I hope everyone's doing well, and take care.